made some very self-indulgent button designs. Because my next con is going to be Yaoi Expo. So I was like, I need button designs that are as trashy as I am. So here we go. These are my 3 guilty pleasures, and I'm gonna have them as like 1.75 inch buttons. I'm not sure how well they're going to read, but the supplier only does 1.75 inches. So yeah, I'm kind of nervous about that, but hopefully they print out well. I've been trying to accomplish a lot of things lately, and something that's helped me out is having an easy organization system I could trust. Part of which is my bullet journal, which I'd like to talk about a little bit. I'll be showing you a little of my journal for this year, and maybe some photos of my journal from last year. I don't really use it for planning daily or for long-term stuff. Those tend to go in my Google Calendar. Because of my lifestyle, it's really difficult to manage tasks and schedules using analog systems, but my bullet journal is something I literally use to dump my thoughts and lists and goals into. It's most useful when I'm at that point in the day where I just have to digitally disconnect and get things out of my head. So the first page is just goal setting. It's separated into quarters. For me, mini sprints feel much more achievable as compared to year-long marathons. This is something that I've done in my previous journal as well, and it's worked pretty okay, but I wish that for my previous journal, I put it in the front-ish area, because what I did was that I had a lot of my brain dumps here at the back, whereas the scheduling part was here in front. For this year, I decided to just skip analog planning altogether because it doesn't really work with my head. My future log is divided into quarters as well. It makes it easier to reference my goals and try to see the bigger picture and that kind of thing. So these guys are for January, February, March, April, May, and June, July, August, and September, then October, November, and December. These stickers are so damn adorable. Like, I'll link all the artists below in the description. Please check them out. They're all great. Over here, I just have a quick list for my groceries. Then I just have brain dumps. More brain dumps. So much brain dumps. The reason why I still prefer analog lists is because I've tried using Google Keep. I like it, but when the notes become too much, it's just super non-linear. It doesn't work with my head. I don't know how to explain it better. Oh gosh. But yeah, right now I'm happy with how things are going. Y'all have to forgive me. I'm a huge nerd and I love organization and productivity crap like this. This is how I organize my stickers, by the way. I have this box from Kumori. This isn't sponsored, this is delicious. This hanjuku cheese, so good. I took this box and cut some 7 by 7 centimeter squares and put them there like that, and use those to partition the stickers according to design, just so that it's easy and all my stickers remain flat. I like it because it makes it portable and it can just sift through your stuff very quickly, but it's also really good for storage because it means that your stickers remain flat. I don't like stickers that curl up at the edges. They just feel As an extra precaution, I got these desiccants, and these are the thingies that come in their bags. It keeps everything from getting moist. So I really like having that in. And in storage, it just looks like this. Quite handy, huh?
It's published by Bloomsbury, I suppose. I actually have a bad habit of not really using references. So this year was one of my art revolutions this year is to use more references. So this is a good purchase. Very, very happy with this. Very happy. I'm really nervous by uploading the files for Sketches 2017 and Sketches 2018, the new one. I really hope there isn't like a lot that gets lost in the gutter, but it's always one of those things that you have to think about when printing Perfect Bound.
I am on night shift this week, which sucks, but I'm working on this piece, which is inspired by this Vocaloid song called Magnet. It was a thing when I was a bit younger. I think it was my first exposure to all the gay, and I was really hooked into it. So I really wanted to pay tribute and draw my OTP, obviously. As I've said in my previous vlog, I really wanted to do the painterly style of coloring, and so I just flattened a lot of my layers and sucked it up, painted over it, and I quite like how it's turning out, especially with the hair. I used to be such a chicken when rendering out hair, but I think that it looks quite nice. But I'm gonna go back over those shady bits right there, but I really like the darks, the midtones, and the lights, how they all blend together, and it's always been a struggle for me just establishing those. I'm slowly working my way to the clothes. Oh, and if you've noticed, I've also been trying to use Procreate. I downloaded it maybe last November 2018, because I was like, nah, I'm comfortable with using Medibang and Fire Alpaca because they just integrate very well between my devices. But then I'm like, I bought it, I need to try it, I need to get my money's worth out of it, and so far it's okay. It's pretty comfortable. I'm slowly getting used to the tools that are available. It's a pretty intuitive interface, I'd say. I do admit that I may have fallen a bit for the better brushes, better art kind of ideal, though honestly it couldn't be farther from the truth. I wanted to make these little notebooks because I found that I've been using them a lot, and I just put a lot of stickers on top of them because this one is like a prototype, and I was just experimenting a bit with what kind of papers and sizes I want. But I really like this size because I can clutch it in my hand and it fits very well in my pencil pouch, and it's just really easy to pull out with my pen when I need to just scribble something down, get something out of my head, and then I can evaluate it later. I usually only have two notebooks with me. It's this one, the pocket notebook where I keep little sketches, and my bullet journal. So I'm making covers for them because that'll be a lot cuter. And since I got into haiku lately, season 3, episode 10, there's just a pile of them, and I was like, yes, I had so many feelings. I wanted to do something as a nod to that. This is the cover, and since it's gonna be saddle stitch, I'll just fold it over, and I'm gonna draw something toward the back here as well. I finished my magnet painting. I feel like this is the most that I'm going to be doing for it. I just can't be bothered with the extra details on the headphones, but I really like how it turns out. I learned a lot of things from painting this piece, especially with rendering the hair and how light hits it, because I don't really like to do the individual strand things. I like these shapes to be a more solid mass. I also learned a little bit about rendering clothes, but this exercise really taught me a lot about rendering hair, as well as skin and the hollows and planes of the face. After this con, I'm planning to improve my art further. I wouldn't call it a break, but I won't be having a con until June. So I'm thinking doing some more studies, like painting studies. Since I said that I wanted to improve my painting, it makes a lot of sense to study it, you know? I also made this because one of my friends is like, don't put watermarks on your prints. And I'm like, no. And she was like, dude, you should do that. And I was like, I'm always worried that it's going to ruin the design for some reason. But then I do understand why that is important as well. But then I'm also just really bad at writing, and I'm too lazy to like have to pull up the software just so that I could get my name on it. Procreate doesn't really have a text app, and Medibang, I just didn't really like the fonts or the limitation about what I could do with the fonts. So I didn't used to do that. But then I took the time today to just letter out my handle. I'm not very good at this. I don't design with lettering in mind, so I really do admire people who are able to execute very well. But for my purposes, which is just to like put little watermarks on my pieces, like over there, I feel like it looks pretty okay. Though I do guess it would look a little too formal when you put it just on top of doodly sketches. So these guys came in the mail today. These are sticker sheets, which I had made with a company, and I'm really happy with them. So they're covered with matte coating, and the texture is very nice. They didn't come with the rounded corners. I had to do them myself because I like wasting time like that. But yeah, I just think that the rounded corners give anything a little something extra. I'm really happy with the turnover of this company I worked with because It came in super fast. I didn't order a lot because I just wanted to test them out. And right here, I figured out that the materials they used aren't very forgiving with lineless styles. So out of all these, this one has to be my favorite because the lines are quite defined. I'll have to keep in mind that when I work with them again, designs with the lines in them work a lot better. Con crunch for me is always super crunchy. Today is production day. I'm working on some bookmarks because I finished with my prints yesterday. These are done on 250 GSM paper just to give them that strength, I guess. And then I put laminate on top of them just so that they're nice and sparkly because I love sparkles. Also, it protects the art from degrading, so if you choose to like actually use it as a bookmark, it would withstand all the wear and tear. But I think these would also look good just hanging on your wall or something. I don't know what people actually do with them. So tonight is the last evening before the con, and I just have a couple more things to do. And honestly, I'm just really tired. I asked my supervisor if I could work from home today because I do have something coming up tomorrow, and lucky for me, they agreed. Because if I don't, I usually waste around 2 hours on commute, which is not ideal. I'm also thinking of printing out very last minute just little cards with my handle on it. Because last time people usually asked me for my handle and I wasn't able to give it to them because they don't have business cards printed. They still don't have business cards printed, but it's something I am going to have to resolve before my next con. And I'm thinking of tabling at a couple more cons this year, so definitely by then I should be a bit more prepared. I guess 1 month of preparation is just not enough for me. I usually try to have new stuff every iteration, and that's usually what takes up most of my time. Speaking of, something that I should also work on is admin skills. And the reason for that is because the more I grow up, the more I realize that a lot of life is just managing those mini tasks that are annoying to do, but they are the things that keep your life together. Like, for example, looking for places to do your outsourcing. It's just... Is this considered pornography? Looks really yummy. It looks like it. What is it made of again? Like you, other one. This is Alpha. Alpha, take. Oh my God, Jesus! You're so. I thought you were gonna tease a bit more. I finally got a nice little tripod to stand you guys on so that I can talk without having to hunch so much. Yaoi Expo is finally over and it was a pretty chill con. It's always real nice seeing friends that I don't get to see often. I'd like to round off this vlog now by saying a huge thank you to everyone who's dropped by our table. Your support always means so much to me, so thank you. For now, I think I'll be resting a bit and also deal with post-con wreckage, which is a mess of files and an actual physical mess to sort through. I'll be spending the next few months aggressively improving my art. Right now, I'm at a point where I think I'm at the cusp of something. I just have to refine it to make it easier and faster and more intuitive for me to do. But I'm still figuring out a lot of things, so. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.